What's good, fam? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Taylor Ryan. Today I'm gonna show you guys how to easy make a sexy drill type beat. So we ain't gonna waste no time. Let's get straight into it. For the melody, I went very simple. Literally, by layering chords and just not doing too much. Literally all I used was 2 pads, a vocal, a counter melody, some ear candy, and that's about it. So for the first song, we got this song out of Analog Lab. It's called All Mine, and it's out of this R&B band called Arm for Love. This is what it sounds like. So as you can see, the chords are very simple. I'm not doing anything complex, just using 7 chords, which is just a chord with 4 notes in it. And I'm using a lot of inversions to make it sound different, and just some stuff to make it sound a little bit more jazzier. So to make something similar, I'll do something like this. Now let's say I want to start in F sharp minor, so I'm gonna just make a regular F sharp minor chord and then just change some stuff around. Okay, now let's take this chord right here and then move this up, but keep this F sharp the same. Now let's go down with it. Now for the last one, let's add some dissonance by adding a note that's not in the scale. So something like this. Now for the second half, let's change it up by adding some more notes on top of it and doing a little bit more inversions and then all that good stuff. So yeah. So after doing all that, here's what you get right here. For our next sound, we have another pad out of Analog Lab. It's called The Wicked Man, out of the same bank, and it sounds like this. Now what I said before, time and time again, layering is gonna be your friend. Literally just layer the same exact chords onto the pad. Now it's gonna sound a lot more full. So for effects, this is a stereo enhancer to make it sound wider, and yeah. Next sound. Whenever I have a melody that's like mainly ambient and pad based, I do like to have a counter melody that's a little bit more like solid, if that makes sense. So I got this song out of Omnisphere. It's called the Baroque Stacked Hybrid, something like that. I don't even know for real, but yeah. And that's what it sounds like. It's a very simple counter melody, and I just basically played it out, I pretty much just played what I heard in my head for real. Not really much to explain there, but yeah. For effects, I got on an EQ with a band pass to make it sound a little bit more muffled, all that good stuff. So for the next sound, right? So now we got some ear candy, which I think is very important. Like your melody can be like very fire, right? But having ear candy, it can make you over here, might make you want to bust. Pretty much what I did was I went to arcade because they have some very good, banks for some ear candy. And I found this one sound out of this dark pop preset, and this is what it sounds like. So yeah, it's just an arc that's gonna sit in the background, and like when you play with the melody, it's gonna sound a lot fire for real. So for the effects, we have on a pancake to make it go left and right, then the magic switch, which is a free chorus plugin. So now we got arcade again, and this time we're using vocals, and I know. Yeah, I'm still using arcade vocals in 2024, but I don't care. So, right, I got this bank, and it's called Still Got Time, and this is what it sounds like. For effects, we got the usual vocal chain, literally just the EQ with a band pass and some reverb. I'm using ROM. So next, we got a bass out of the same analog bank. It's called the Eternity bass, and it sounds like this. Then last but not least, we got some more ear candy from this producer ground drum kit. This is what it sounds like. To make it sound more ambient, add a reverb by using ROM. Then I put on a phaser afterward to give it a kind of warped feeling to it. Alright, so after you put everything together, this is what you get right here. Now when you hear it, it's gonna sound a little bit more R&B-ish, but that's how I like to make my 60 drill beats. Cause that's, you know, I said in the previous video that if you're good at making R&B melodies, then 60 drill is like pretty much like the easy part. Cause literally it's just sampling that part, you know, making it more up tempo, and then add on some nice drums on top of it. So yeah, the melody sounds like this. So I'm not gonna lie, when I first made this melody, I gave it like a 6 out of 10. Like it's okay, but it's like mid okay. But I think that when I resampled it and actually, you know, pitched it up and made it more into a 60 drill type of sample, it sounds a lot better. So pretty much what I first did, right, was like I said, I pitched it up and you get something like this. Okay, so now for the drums. First we have a snare, which I use the classic pop smoke snare, and it sounds like this. Next we add on a regular hi-hat pattern for 60 drill, and it sounds like this. Now, of course, for a 60 drill type beat, you gotta have the Gwen stomp. So we got that, but I also added a second pattern where it's reversed to make it go into it. So it sounds like this. So for the stomp, I added on the reverb to make it sound more ambient, then the EQ to cut out some of that muddiness. Next, we got a triangle, which hits at different pitches. One thing that I do for 60 drill type beats is to layer my stomp with a kick. So I got this real heavy hitting kick from this R&B drum kit, and it sounds like this. Next, we got some perks, which include some toms, some thumps, and some snaps. Sound like this. Then we got 2 sets of open hats that hit at different times. Next, we got a perk loop to fill out the rest of the drums. And I'm not gonna lie, if you can't, you know, fill out your drums, literally just add a perk loop, and a good perk loop at that. Make sure it's good. And then you're gonna be good for real, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, that's what we get right here. Now for the bass, right? We got 2 basses. The first one is the 60 drill bass line, which is, you know, the generic 60 drill bass, and it just follows the bass notes of the regular melody. And it sounds like this. I did invert some of the notes to make it sound more unique and just a lot more bouncy. Now, when I make 60 drill, I like to have, you know, the actual 60 drill bass and then the actual 808, you know, to switch it up. So and it still keeps that bouncy vibe by going up and down octaves. For the intro of the beat, I add on an automation actually. So first I had on an EQ on the bandpass, and then a reverb to make it sound more distant. And it sounds like this.
It's tear time.
So yeah, I'm gonna definitely play the full beat in a second. But I just wanna say thank you for making it to the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed that, learned something from it. If you did, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. Follow my socials at TLRon and everything like that. Let me know what you wanna see next. And yeah, drink your water. And yeah, peace.